A little thin at running back.
Yeah.
Who's going to step up this week? How do you see that shaking out?
You got Line will be in there, and then the redheaded kid, what's his name?
Seeker.
Yeah, Luke will be in there, and who else we got in there right now? I'm trying to think. This is probably the only two we got. Now, we need to. We can put Pope over there, if we have to. That's not a problem. He can step right back in there. So
he got a little bit of time going both ways against Cincinnati.
Right.
How's his body hold up to that?
You
worried about wearing him out? Or?
Yeah, I do. Because I thought we did that to him last year. Wore him down so bad that, he's one of the kids going to go hard no matter what. And you just got to watch the reps that he takes. He'll beat himself up.
How do you think the defenses look this week in practice?
Better. I think we'll be okay. We got to just understand that all we got to do is execute our assignments. We don't have to do anything special, and that's the problem we've had most of the years. Guys trying to do too much, and instead of just playing within the scheme.
You made a comment after the game or a question about whether they were ready to play, and you took the blame yourself.
Right.
But is that something you can see in practice during the week, or is that something that you just determine on game day? Looking back, how it went?
If I could tell whether they were ready to play or not, I'd be a multi-millionaire. You never know. I mean, you go out to practice Friday sometimes and you think, hey, these guys are ready to play. We're going to go out there and smoke these guys. And you don't get it done. Or you go out there and say, we're not ready to play, and the kids will play lights out. So, I think that's the biggest challenge as a coach is to determine whether they're ready or not to play. And I've always said this, when the game is played between the lines, and Saturday when that ball is kicked off, there ain't one coach between those lines. That's when it becomes a player's game.
You talked yesterday about the improvement Memphis' quarterback has made since a year ago. Is that the biggest difference you see on film between this year's Memphis team and last year's?
Yeah, that's probably the biggest difference I see. They're playing a lot better defensively too, from what I can tell. But I think he's turned the corner with that program. I've always thought they had a lot of talent in that program, and I think he's got those kids playing for him right now, and I think those kids are starting to believe in what they're doing up there. So that's what I see as a difference in it. The kids are believing it, and the quarterback stepped up. And if you got a quarterback started for 2 years, you got a chance to be a good football team.
Talk about the wide receiving core, what type of challenge they pose as well.
They're big kids, run really well. They're an athletic football team. I like our matchups in the secondary if we're healthy. That's the biggest challenge we've had all fall is having a healthy secondary. I mean, it's been rotation after rotation in that secondary, and you never know until Friday or maybe Saturday morning who you're going to go with in the game.
Do you think Shaq has found his position in cornerback?
No, because I'm going to play him with safety this week. No, we just, he can play both, and out of necessity, he's got to play safety this week, and hopefully those other two corners hold up. And the great thing about Shaq, he don't care where he plays; he's just going to play, and he can play either or, and that tells you what kind of athlete he is.
But it seemed like he had a good game the last game.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'd like to keep him a corner, but I don't think we have that luxury right now, as dinged up as we are back there.
Has he surprised you the way he's played a corner?
Yeah, he really did. I didn't think he was a corner myself. I thought he'd be a big-time NFL safety a year or two from now, and he played a lot better at corner than I even thought he would. He's pretty solid.
You think his future might project there?
I think so. Those NFL guys, they got those big 6'5", 6'6" receivers, and Shaquille's 6'4", 6'5" himself, and he can run them and do all the things that you want there. So I would imagine that they'll like him when it's time for him to go.
Do you still want to have a rotation at quarterback, or would you rather Stitch go the whole way?
No, I think we got to keep looking at that position. Obviously, it's no big secret. We're struggling offensively, and we have been all year. So we got to keep looking at different combinations there. If Stitch is getting it done, stay with him. If he isn't getting it done, we got to make some changes and let some other guys have a shot at it.
What do you think Davis offers that could kind of spark this offense?
Well, Davis can play with his feet. I mean, he's a threat to run with the football, and if he chooses the right times and stuff to do that, he's a dangerous guy to have back there. I know defensively the guys I hated to defend are Johnny Manziel and guys like that could really run. And they cause you all sorts of problems. They break your defense down and extend plays.
Are you going in Saturday with a plan to rotate, or?
No, not really. We're going to just kind of see how the game goes.